I thought I'd give you an update on what I've been doing for my Society of Idea Collectors art journal. I spent some time chatting with some of my art friends online this afternoon, and while I was chatting with them, I was working on my Society of Idea Collectors, closing out January and working on February. Well, today is February the 6th, and let me tell you, we are getting snow. So it's a perfect afternoon to be inside and do some art journaling. And February 6th is almost the end of the first week in February. Well, almost the end of the second week. The first week only has a couple days in it. So here's where I'm at. I closed out January. This was my January calendar pages. These are the syllables pages that I did. I showed you the syllables pages in the last update. And I really think that I'm going to leave week 4 just with the inchies because I don't want to cover these up too much. I showed you all of these. This is a flip here. This is week 3. And this is week 4 and 5. And I just have my calendar pages and my little bobby pin embellishment with a closure up here. And I think for now I'm going to leave them that way. But what I didn't have finished in January was my last few days. And that's what I want to tell you. If you are using your calendar section as I am, it's really not a planner. It is just keeping track of those little things that you do during the week. I have no idea what I did the last few days in January. Now I do have an idea. Let me write it here. Hashtag thanks for watching. And I'm going to run off the page here. WATCHINGART. Thanks for watching art. We had a video hop and an event, a hashtag event that I was getting ready for those last few days. So that's probably why I don't remember much, because those last few days in January were very busy for me. But thanks for hashtag. Thanks for the number 4 watching art. If you haven't put that hashtag in your browser yet, your YouTube browser, go ahead and do that and watch some of these channels that are putting out some art with these, because the majority of the channels are smaller channels that are trying to meet their YPP guidelines. So that took up the last 3 days probably. But this afternoon, I have some blank pages at the end of my January calendar section that I just needed to do something with. I see I put calendar there. I probably need to do that for February. I also started my February calendar, but I did not put calendar. I did not stamp calendar. Maybe I'll do it down at the bottom, because I'm starting to put my little face carvings in the margins. So I'm going to have to, my calendar tab, I guess I'll put my calendar tab, I did not plan for that. I think I'll put it at the bottom on this month, because my face tabs, my faces will go over here. I could put it here, I guess. We'll see. I still need to do that. But this afternoon, I sat there and filled out almost the first week of February and made all of these pages to the 28th. But you see, I have some pages left here for notes. I'm going, what am I going to do with these empty pages? Well, I had those in January too. And what I did, I only had a couple in January. I did some glue booking. I put I Heart Glue Books. I think I'll go over that in black. I Heart Glue Books. We'll do it right here. glue books in January. And then on the last page, I wrote never bored, and then I just wrote some notes for the end of January. Eventually, I'm going to need to pull January's calendar section out of this and put it in the custom binder that I got from Shannon. But I'm going to leave it in there for a while. Then I started on February. This is a photocopy of the inches. And by the way, I need to say to those of you who do not come to my lives every week, I changed the way that I'm mailing things out. So if you have not received your inches yet, it is because I haven't mailed them yet. I am not going to mail every week. I'm going to do little giveaways like inches. Look, I've been working on February pages. But I've been working on little pieces of art every week that I enjoy giving away in the giveaways, and I think that the people that come to my live sessions enjoy getting them. However, I have not mailed the inches, the scissors, the tags, and whatever I do for this Friday. I'm going to mail once a month now. So if you happen to be in the first week where I gave away the inches, but was not in any of the other 3, you won't receive these until I mail probably at the end of the month. At the end of every 4 weeks for me, I'm going to send them out. 2 reasons why I'm doing that. 1, I do not have to sit down and fill out envelopes every week. That takes some time in addressing them, and of course you have to decorate them. You can't send out, if you like art and mixed media, sending out a plain envelope it's not tolerable. So it takes a little bit of time to put these mailings together, and it will probably cost a little bit more to mail 4 weeks of giveaways of whatever you want. Not everybody comes to all the sessions where I give them away, so some will only have 2 in it, some will have 4, some will have their ATC best card hand game that we're playing, so some will have 6 in there, depending on what you won in the giveaway. So some will cost a little bit more in postage and some a little bit less, but since I don't have to mail every week, totally it will cost me less than postage. Well, that is why I switched from mailing every week. So just have some patience with me. You will get them. I promise. So this is a photocopy of my inches, and I started that out for February. I will probably do something on this page because this is the back of the photocopy. I'm not sure what yet, but I don't really like blank pages in my journals. I might just write on it. I may just put some paint on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But this is, I worked on today, when I was chatting with my art friends, I worked on the week 1 and week 2 syllables page. And in the background here, you'll see some craft paper, and actually with the black hearts outlining gold. That came from Cat Hand, and I wrote down here, background heart paper came from Cat Hand. This doily in the center here came from Lindy Lessard, and the ATC came from Lindy Lessard. I noted it here. And then my little calendar squares that I wrote on like I do in January, I cut them in the shapes of hearts. And then I just put little notes of the daily activity. This is just a paper tag that I am doing my eraser stamps on. And I had painted this paper a couple weeks ago and never used it. So now I'm just stamping and making some long tags out of it. This little button card was something I've had in my stash. I made a tag out of it, and then I cut out one of the little hearts from the paper and put it on there. So all of my syllables, calendar, art pages, art journal pages, one every week, will come from Happy Mail, the majority of it. And I really do like putting it in my Society of Idea Collectors journal. This is for Week 2, here's some more of my stamps. My I Heart Art stamp that I carved. I just made a sticker out of it. This tag came from Anne and Annalise Creates. Ann Williamson, she sent me a box of Happy Mail in early 2017. She made all these wonderful tags, and now I'm getting a chance to use them. The doily came from Rose. It was a white doily, but it got painted pink. And the postcard, I just tucked it in there. This came from Rose too, and I think it's such a cute postcard, and it really belongs in February because this little guy is proposing. Look at that. She's giggling like, you want me to marry you? Well, I'll think about it. And Rose sent this to me because it came from Creighton, Nebraska. So that's where I'm at now, is in Nebraska. I'm not in Creighton, but it's a Nebraska postcard. It is dated 1914, which happens to be the year that my mother was born. Isn't that interesting? And I just tuck it in here. I don't want to glue it down. I really like these bobby pin embellishments because they make really nice, strong closures to hold things down. So that was my week 1 syllables page and my week 2. And then I did my calendars. I stamped off calendars for the other weeks, and I did go through to today and make notes of what happened this week, so I will know. I need to stamp my calendar stamp like this, my tab stamp on the edge, or maybe the bottom, because I am putting my face stamps that I'm doing for the 29 faces. I'm doing those along the border. And then I am getting ready for week 3 and week 4, and this will close out February. For the projects, I am still working on getting all of my tabs. These are all the tabs that I want in my Society of Idea Collectors. I have a few of them. I have my mind maps in here now, and I have my lists. I have my projects. I need to start with some questions. But for the projects, I am, as I do my daily carvings for my 29 Faces Challenge, I am taping the sketches down in my Society of Idea Collectors, and it will keep track of my ideas for my eraser stamps. So that's my update of Society of Idea Collectors. I do like this expanded journal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rubber bands on here now, but I can't get much more, but I will be taking January out, probably when I put March in. So it's been a lot of fun. I've just had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.